What's in the name? A famous phrase used in the play Romeo and Juliet. You must be thinking why I'm using this phrase now in my YouTube video. So here is the context guys because it really needs to understand and what's in the name. भाई ये बात जो है आज के वीडियो में पूरी तरीके से फिट बैठती है एंड आज की सिचुएशन में. So let's begin. Currently in today's situation we will going to talk about how Washington is moving beyond India in framing its specific strategy and how USA doesn't see India anymore as a reliable or strategic partner as a counterbalance to China. So that's the main point and summary of my video in which I will be talking about. And for my justification of points that why USA didn't see India more as a reliable or strategic partner now, that it used to see India as 10 years ago and 10 years before. So here are some main points that we need to look upon, structural issues that have like persisted upon a long period of time and that have like framed this opinion in my mind also that now the India is not very much relevant for political, strategically or economically in front of USA to counter the China or act as a counterbalance in Indo-Pacific region. So let's begin. First of all, let's get back to some history and some facts. In May 2018, then US Pacific Command changed its name to US Indo-Pacific Command. In May 2018, guys. And after that, then US Defense Secretary, he categorically stated that it was done to level up the ties between India and to justify and to showcase the friendship and the we can say the improved ties between USA and India and how India will be gonna act as a strategic asset for America in countering China and acting as a security framework within the US's broad security framework to counter and act within the Indo-Pacific region and how India will emerge as a main global power after the China in the Asia to counter it and serve the interest of American interests. And after that, we have to see that how the things have gone like change and how the things have changed. Excuse me. After this time, in May 2018, many things have like changed and many things have become important. And for example, currently, in few days before, the US Pacific Command, which I categorically stated that it changed name to US Indo-Pacific Command, it renamed it back to the US Pacific Command. So Defense Secretary who was saying that India was a strategic asset and the name change was because we see India as a potential candidate to act against China and act as a counterweight. So suddenly it disappeared. The US strangely sent back and basically took a step back and changed the name back to its US Pacific Command and removed Indo from it. And it sent a very alarming signals to the Indian policymakers as a symbol and as a we can say a tool that India has lost its strategic and political relevance in the American policy framework, in the security framework, to act within the Indo-Pacific region, in the broader region of South China Sea, East China Sea, and to contain China. That was the view of USA policymakers 10 years ago. But now I think even after like coming of Donald Trump and various policies by the US government, the things have very much changed within the US policy making system, and now I think that they don't very much see India as any reliable partner now. I'm not just using this categorical statement that okay they just removed the name from some of Twitter handle and that's why I'm saying that India lost its relevance. No, I will also be using some another arguments. Some another arguments is that in January 2026 the USA released its security strategy framework under which it framed no and mentioned not even once about Quad. As we know, Quad has always been an active instrument and multilingual organization which contained India, USA, Australia, and Japan, and it was a Asian type of NATO arrangement in which both these four countries used to engage militarily, economically, cyberspace, and information technology and other areas to counter China and contain China in a economic and in a military wise. And they used to conduct military exercises in South China Sea, in Indian Ocean, and that's why India also gained very much prominence and relevance through its military exercises and coordinating more and more efficiently with Japan and Australia and America. And it was viewed as a strategic tool and a strategic platform where India can put forward its concerns regarding China's aggression, China's militarism, and can secure more and more Western support from America and from, we can say, Japan and Australia and other Western countries. But now in January 2026, America didn't even mention once about this Quad summit, and no relevance of Quad summit has like been left after Donald Trump has gained power. Since last 1 year, there has been like no single talks about holding any type of leadership summit between Quad leaders. As we have seen after 1 year, there has been no kind of prime minister or president level meeting between any Quad member leaders. There has been some meetings in foreign levels and some NSA level diplomat meetings, but they are not much relevant as the we can say जो जितना शोर मचता था पहले, the much sound that used to be created around Quad 4 and 5 years ago, it is now no longer seen in any type of national media or print media, and many policy makers are suggesting that Quad has now died down effectively, and even many policymakers are suggesting that now America is considering removing itself from Quad and establishing another type of security arrangement with UK, Australia, Japan, and other Western powers, excluding India. So it also explains the point why India has lost its strategic relevance from the US policy framework. Despite being, India has signed its Pax Silica program, in which it is integrating itself more and more economically, financially, and it has also signed its critical mineral energy framework, in which India and USA categorically stated that they will be like exploring these rare earth mineral processing manufacturing abilities. They will be like conducting more and more integration facilities in cyberspace technologies. They will be like more and more integrating and partnering with each other in like AI skills and the skills of cybersecurity, healthcare, economics, and that's why even India when joined Pax Silica. And also, fun fact, guys, the Pax Silica program that was started by the US, many European countries have not joined this Pax Silica program. Many European countries which are like hardcore supporter of US interest and many times have been stated as vassal states of USA, they even have not stayed and they have like stayed behind this Pax Silica program. But India has joined this program in Pax Silica, and it has like shown its very much deep interest and deep commitment to serve the American interests, American policy interests, and its security concerns. But despite all these efforts, despite joining Pax Silica, despite like renewing any type of defense pact between US and India, and as we are seeing that now trade deal is being finalized between both the countries to like channelize both the trade and integrate the agriculture industry, manufacturing parts with each other. And as India has also stated that it will buy around $500 billion more plus goods and services from America, including electronics, automobiles, agricultural products, space technology products, all these things. So it is more looking like a one-way side relation in which India is doing everything to exert that it is very much in a quiet relationship with America. It wants to like help America achieve economic gains by like buying more and more from America and importing more and more from it. And even if you see the recent data, the exports have like considerably declined and imports from America like significantly increased. But still it like raises that America doesn't care much about India now, and it doesn't see India much as a strategic asset now, and is moving to other countries like Philippines, even Pakistan, even other countries too like Japan, Australia, to serve its specific strategic goals. And it is now also trying to stabilize its relation with China. As we have seen, Donald Trump went to China in May 2026 and he kind of made a statement that he is gonna normalize the relations with China. So the coming years will be a, we can say, a critical era in which we will see how the US plays out with India and whether India like retains its position in US security framework or whether what I said that नाम में क्या रखा है, तो नाम में ये रखा है कि एक नाम से पूरा मतलब एक दो हर देश की पॉलिसी डिसाइड होती है, and how every country like just by these single optics and single we can say symbolism types of things, they can affect each other relations in a huge geopolitical game. So thank you guys.